Hey, what's up guys? So I want to share with you guys the card rarities because I saw this image posted, and I'll post the original link to the image so it could be viewed at its original source so the author gets credit for it. But yeah, that's it. I just kind of want to talk about some of the rarities and talk about if this is a decent set or not. But yeah, that said, let's get right into it. So the first card is Abyss Sphere. Now that card looks like it's going to be an ultra and ultimate rare, so pretty cool. I think the card is, it's a pretty good card, although making it ultra, I don't know, I really thought the card was going to be like a common, but yeah, it's a pretty decent card though. It can special summon any mermail, but it negates its effect, and it's destroyed after the next end phase, after activation or something like that. But yeah, pretty decent card. Next card up is a secret rare. Now that is Thunder Seahorse, so that card's actually pretty decent. It works in like a lot of different like Vylon decks, I know. There's just a whole bunch of XYZ or Exceed decks that can make use of it. So I think that that card is going to be pretty decent. But I really didn't expect them to make that card a secret rare. But I think that any heavy Exceed deck, because most of the Thunder like family archetype, you get to special from the hand. It's not the deck, so it's not as good. I don't know if that deck will necessarily be as competitive as some of the other decks. Next up, Forbidden. I think looks like it's going to say dress. It was Forbidden Garment, but either way, it's coming out as super rare, so I think that that was a good move, so, it's still a decent card to, pull. Next up, Mermail Abyss Maglo. Now, this card, I really consider it to be, a kind of a staple, at least at 1, in the Mermail Atlantean deck. I think that card is just, it's really good. It's just allows you to swarm and not really get punished for your, going all in. But keep in mind also one thing I wanted to mention on Mermail Abyss Maglo is you cannot Thunder King him because that's the way it's ruled at the moment. So yeah, he's going to be a pretty good card though, and you can get him out with Abyss Sphere too, if you happen to want to do that. Then yeah, he's going to be secret rare, so I think that this will be a pretty decent set if you are a vendor, or you're looking to just buy a box of this and then see what you pull, and then check out your ratios. And then, because this will be a decent set, I would say. So far, it looks like it, at least. Then there's Mermail Abyss Linde, or Lind. She's really good. It looks like she's going to be ultra rare. I thought that was another one of the cards. I felt like it was going to be a common, but I guess it's ultra rare. Yeah, I think that she is definitely, like, you gotta play her. She's basically the floater for the deck, and she's pretty good. And she's really good because it's not like when it's destroyed by battle. Whenever she's destroyed, so that can be with torrential and all that good stuff. So you can kind of swarm in the deck and essentially not get punished for it. Now, the next card up, it's another one of those Elemental Lords. That's Moulinglacia, the Elemental Lord, and he's pretty good. The only problem I have with his effect is it's not an up to effect. His effect is just like the other Elemental Lords. You have to have exactly 5, and you have to have 5 waters, and then you special summon him, and then when he's special summoned, you get to select 2 cards in your opponent's hand. I believe, I don't know if it's sent to the graveyard or discarded, but either way, it has to be 2 cards. You can't do an up to 2, so that means if your opponent only has 1 card, you can't activate the effect. So there's a downside to him, but I think all the Elemental Lords, looking at it now, they'll probably all come as secret rare. But this will be, interesting to see, because I feel like the Mermail Atlantean deck doesn't need it. But, if it does top, yeah, it'll shoot up the price because it is a secret rare, just like Grand Soil, and, it might get some popularity. Now, the next card, another card I felt like it was going to be like a super or common. They decided to print it as a secret. Now, that is the Spellbook Spell Tower. I can't remember the exact name of it, but yeah, it's the field spell for the spellbooks. I think most of them only play 2, because you can search it out relatively quick. I think it is a pretty decent card. Yeah, I was just really curious to why the card was secret rare. I know that Mermail Abyss Maglo, that's a really good card, so it makes sense to me, making it a pretty secret rare. But I was interested to see that a field spell being secret rare. I can't think of any other field spells that came out in secret rare, but other than my reprint, I don't know. I don't remember any off the top of my head, but yeah, interesting to see a secret rare field spell. But that said, another card, Mermail Abyss Gaios. So he's pretty interesting. I believe he is level 7 last time I checked, yeah. And he has like a pretty decent attack. His effect was, I think it was kind of mediocre. I forgot what his effect was. But yeah, that said, he looks like he's going to be Ultra. Abyss Dweller, it looks like it's a super. And then Gaga Gunman is now called Gaga Cowboy. I'm not sure if they changed the art. It's kind of hard to see off the picture, as you guys can tell. I mean, I can try to zoom in, but I don't know. It looks like he actually still has his guns, which is cool, because sometimes Konami changes the guns into, like, well, they don't make them exactly flowers, but they make it look like, you know, different. But I hope they didn't change the artwork on that card. I think that card's pretty good, and I think super rare is a pretty appropriate rarity for, you know, the Gaga. I think a lot of Gaga cards are actually super, except for, what is it, Gaga Magician. I believe she is a secret rare. But yeah, this is just a preview of, you know, what it looks like as far as rarity goes in the next set that's coming out, which is Abyss Rising. I would overall say, you know, it is a decent, you know, set to invest in, because it looks like there's a lot of, you know, good foil cards, but we won't know until everything gets released. Also the ratios, because even though a card is a common, it could be short printed common. Some cards are just like that, and they don't get printed as much, and so they are a lot more difficult to get, even though the rarity might be not secret rare. But yeah, this looks like this is the ratio, and I'm not sure if this person bought like a case, or, I mean, if he got this out of one box, that would be an amazing pull. I think it's a case, so it looks like this might be a ratio. I don't know. Yeah, I'll post the link to the original source, so the author of the original photo can get the credit for it. But let me know what you guys think as far as rarity. Was this appropriate? I mean, personally, for me, I felt like the Murmel archetype, it should have been a budget deck, because, I mean, the structure deck, I mean, pretty much anything that requires, like, triple structure deck, the rest of the cards shouldn't be more than, you know, a few bucks a piece. And I think that you really do need Lind, you do need the Abyss Spheres, you do need the Murmel Abyss Megalo, really, to make the deck as, you know, good as it can be. And I think that that is unfortunate, and unfortunately, that card, Murmel Mega, or Abyss Megalo, is secret rare, so that might discourage some players from playing. But don't get me wrong, the deck can still be played without him. You can try Gen X build without him. I just think that you need at least one. I mean, he's just a good card for options, because if you guys remember, I was playing the deck a while ago. There's a card called Gen X Undine, and you can send the, what is it? Is it Atlantean Dragoons now? They changed the name, but it's the Atlantean card that has, it's a super rare from the structure deck, and it has like 2 of the Seahorse guys. I think it's Dragoons now. I don't think it's Seahorsemen. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like Atlantean Dragoons. Yeah, if you send that card to the graveyard, you get to add any Sea Serpent, and Murmel Abyss Megalo is a Sea Serpent that you can just add straight up to your hand. So I really feel like he is a good card, and unfortunately, I hope this doesn't discourage any Murmel Atlantean players. But the deck is going to be good. Don't get me wrong. This deck definitely will be good. So like these secret rares and stuff, I think that they will maintain their value, or, you know, be at least, you know, not like something like what's a card? Quackimiro Core Transplant or something like that. There's some Quackimiro card that's a secret rare. I think it's a field spell for them. And like, it's not going to be a flop. I really feel like Murmel Atlanteans are going to be like a legit archetype, and they are probably going to be seen in the meta. But yeah, that said, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this. Again, I personally just feel like I wish the Murmel archetype was a budget deck, but, you know, maybe some other players, you know, they don't like people to have budget decks. You know, I know some people like that. Personally, I think the best duelist should always win, and, you know, rarity and stuff like that shouldn't take into factor. I want to see the best player win, regardless. I wish all the cards are common, but, you know, that would kind of hurt some of the sales in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, yeah, you know, it is a job to bend cards. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon, signing out.